to the Lakers, people were focused on Jordan Clarkson. I said, then Larry Nance is the intriguing option. A springy, long, athletic, motivated five for a team that has not had that since LeBron's been there. So he was great last night. How about this? Since he got to the Cavs, him and LeBron on the court, the Cavs are plus 53. Every other lineup that exists, they're minus 15. He now, with Tristan's injury, will be on the court with LeBron a lot.
He is their best option from a defensive standpoint that they have at the 5 position or the center. He's their best option from an offensive standpoint at the 5 position. He's also, from an energy standpoint, he's going to help out Kevin Love when he comes back. So, yes, he is there to stay. We need to see more of Larry Nance Jr.
All right, Portland's Damian Lillard had a monster game against the Lakers last night. Scored 19 of his 39 points in the fourth quarter. Blazers went on to win 108-103. Nick, how good has Lillard been this season?
That's a phrase, Jim. You can say get wet.
He's been excellent. CC, come on, let's not confuse the situation. He's been excellent. The Blazers are the 3 seed right now. In a packed Western Conference, the fact that the Blazers are the 3 seed with a 1 full game of separation is surprising. And this was a game, if people didn't watch it, if you're up right now, I understand it was a late West Coast game. Blazers down 11 with 6 minutes left. And Lillard just went off. They finished the game on a 22-6 run. Lillard was the lion's share of that. If he didn't play in the Pacific Northwest, we would talk about him the way we talk about Kyrie Irving.
I mean, he's surely one of the great players that we don't talk about enough in the NBA. And the association, especially in the West, if you look at the guards, we talk about Steph, we talk about Chris Paul. We can't even get to D. Lillard. I mean, he is so nice with the basketball. And from an offensive standpoint, he's one of the most electric. If you're talking about scoring in a quarter, this is one of the few guys that can rip off 15 to 25 points in a quarter, and we saw that last night in the fourth where he scored 19.
All right, let's go to the NFL. Thank you, CC. Well, the chatter this week has been about the possibility of Lamar Jackson switching positions because of his team's hesitation to draft him as a quarterback. One team reportedly had the former Heisman winner as the number 2 quarterback on their board. What do you think, Chris? Will or could Lamar Jackson be a successful quarterback in the NFL?
Oh, yeah. I believe there's several teams that have him in their top 3 quarterbacks. If you look at accomplishments in college football, there's only one quarterback that we're looking in the top 5. That would be Baker Mayfield, who you can say is a more accomplished college football player. So why are teams asking him to move positions? Well, I believe there's a couple teams, and it's because he's a black quarterback. These other guys are going to have a chance to develop. I believe if warranted the same chance and getting the same support around him. You got to protect him. You got to put a running game around him. You got to put some playmakers around him. He is an eventual NFL quarterback.
As I've told CC for years, 99% NFL players are system players. So in the right system, Lamar Jackson, of course he can be successful. But it does speak to the absurdity of him changing positions. You ask a guy who at quarterback would be a 7th-round pick or undrafted to change positions because then maybe he'll get drafted. Not a guy who's going to be one of the first 50 players selected and on some teams' boards would be one of the first 20 players selected. That guy doesn't change positions.
Even if he was the first 100 players, he deserves the right. Tom Brady, the most accomplished quarterback we've seen, he was not in the first 200 players.
199.
You know what I'm saying? So, yes, he should be afforded the opportunity to play the position that he loves.
Finally, guys, the Seahawks reportedly plan to keep Earl Thomas next season. This despite rumors they were shopping the 6-time Pro Bowl safety in trade talks. CC, how much longer is the Seahawks window for another Super Bowl going to stay open?
I believe it